Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and as we sit and wait for the finals of the 2020 Mr.Olympia event, we do comparisons, we sit and we ponder where are the judges going to place these guys, how are they going to look tonight, are they going to look better than they did yesterday? Well, I have to say the conclusion is it's foregone, the foregone conclusion. It could go any way, guys. It honestly could go the way of the doctor, Phil Heath. Could go to Brendan Curry. In my opinion, it could go to Big Ramy, Mamdouh Elsbaye. But these two cats here, these two dudes, Hadi Choopan and William Bonac, they are dark horses. And if they did get the victory, I don't think we'd hear too many realistic complaints because, guys, no, they're not the biggest structurally, but my soul, they are conditioned, muscle-bound athletes for sure. Hard to beat. Let's go through the poses, and I will decide, in my opinion that is, who should rightfully place ahead of one another between these two. And judging by the front double bicep, I gotta say, guys, William Bonac has improved. Look at the size of the biceps on that man. Bonac biceps. He has improved from last year, and to be brutally honest, I don't think Hadi Choopan has improved at all. I thought the package that he brought last year was a little bit better. So you got to think. The judges give it to Bonac last year. Probably going to give it to him this year. I would give him this pose. Now the front lat spread. This one here, compare Hadi Choopan with last year. Night and day. Night and day. He was much better. Much more crisp. Of course, in this pose, this is probably a Hadi pose. Bonac winning in the calves. That's probably about it. Good solid condition. Good package that Bonac brought. I mean, this is probably one of his worst poses. Much like, say, Phil Heath. And he pulls it off. You know, it's decent. It's not bad at all. But Hadi would be going to Hadi. So, kind of a toss-up. Going out of the front shots, heading into the side poses. And both guys look supreme in this one. I mean, Hadi Choopan, fantastic in the size department and the pecs. Jeez, look at the size of his pecs. Of course, William Bonac, if you zoom in on the detail, say the triceps, biceps, and the delts, he does have a much more complete package as far as the arms are concerned. And maybe a little bit suspect is the delt, the far delt of Hadi Choopan. If you know what I'm saying, if you don't know what I'm saying, don't worry about it. But if you do, I think you know what I'm saying. He definitely might have something. Desktop Bodybuilding did a video on it. You guys know what I'm talking about. A little bit suspect, and if the judges do see that, Good legs on Bonac. Good complete legs. Calves, maybe not the biggest. It's a little smaller than Hadi Choopan's, but maybe more complete as far as that's concerned. But it's still the size of Hadi Choopan. It's going to be a battle in this pose. Side tricep development. I would wager to say, and this is not the clearest picture for Hadi Choopan, but I would wager to say he might be taking the side shots. Might have give Bonac an edge coming out of the front, but really kind of a toss-up. And maybe an edge to Hadi Choopan coming out of the side, because I think this might be a better pose for him. Although, the more I look at William Bonac, he has a lot of good detail. Tiny little wee waistline from the side, I gotta say. Criticized for having a wide waist, but clearly in a shot like this, he does not. It's much smaller than Hadi Choopan's, actually. Anyway, back development. And this will tell a tale. Hadi Choopan, not as conditioned as he was last year. Do the comparison. I did a comparison between them last year, and Hadi Choopan, much more diced, much more peeled. And this year, that is not the case. Look at Bonac. He means business. The calves, quads from behind even, hamstrings, and those glutes. Some of the biggest, most strided glutes that I've ever seen. Of course, Hadi still might win because he is wide as a barn door. Look at the width of him. A little bit soft in the glutes, I gotta say, for Hadi Choopan. Rear double bicep and an even... You notice Bonac switches his legs up there for the rear lat and the rear double? You've never noticed that before? Take note. Anyway, a stronger pose for Bonac here. He is dropping one of his arms a little bit. opposing coach should have been on him about that one. But anyway, that's not going to deduct any points. He's got a better back development than Hadi, I think, in this pose. In the lat spread, I would have said the latter. But in this one, it looks like William Bonac's a little bit stronger from behind, especially when you take into consideration those glutes. And calves aren't that dominant. Hadi's not too bad in that situation. It actually looks smaller from the front, his calves do. Not too bad from behind. But Bonac gets an edge from behind, I have to say. Go to the ab and thigh, and this is a no-brainer, guys. This is definitely a no-brainer. Hadi Choopan gets this one. I wonder who the first person ever to say that was. Well, that's a no-brainer. Can you imagine if they were actually able to, go back in time and see who was the first person to say that? Anyway, it's a no-brainer, like I said. Hadi Choopan, bigger, more striated quads, although I do like the style and the feathering on Bonac's quad, but the abs, that's your no-brainer, the abs, the ab department. Finish this one off with the most muscular, and I gotta say, I am kind of up in the air with this one. Hadi Choopan's winning this most muscular. He's big, huge. Bonac's got a better set of arms. I gotta give him that. The separation, delt separation, biceps, triceps, what a set of arms on this little man. But Hadi's winning because of the abs, the legs. I mean, it's the total package. He is, here's the crab position. And Hadi's a little bit different in this one, I gotta say. I don't know if you want to call it an improvement in the crab position. Maybe. His traps are popping out a little bit more. Bonac looks pretty good, style-wise. Might not be the type of hunk of machinery that Hadi Choopan is. So I'm a little bit up in the air about this one, guys. If I was a judge and I had to pick, I would go with Bonac because the conditioning, I feel, just based on the glutes and the back shots, he is a little tighter in that aspect. But no way, shape, or form is it set in stone. Hadi Choopan could easily get the victory as well. He looked more peeled, more diced from the front. So take your pick, guys. Hit thumbs up on the video. Let me know who you guys think should win this one or who should place ahead. Of course, you never know the way the judges are going to pick. They might even throw Big Rammy in between these two, and that would be so disappointing. So disappointing. I think it's going to go Big Rammy, then Brandon, then Phil, then these two. I think it'll go Bonac and then Hadi Choopan. Anyway, guys, hit thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more updates.